An unusual visitor cruised through the solar system in late 2017, a small rocky object that did not hail from Earth's neighborhood, but was born in a star system far, far away. The interstellar visitor, named Oumuamua by the team that discovered it, which roughly translates from Hawaiian as a messenger from afar arriving first, provided more than a few puzzles. In this video, we're going to discuss aliens are watching us from 29 planets according to scientists. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Among its peculiarities is the lack of an envelope of gas and dust that comets typically give off as they heat up. Further work by experts suggested the body was accelerated by the loss of water vapor and other gases as seen with comets but not asteroids. Harvard astronomer A.V. Loeb gave this controversial idea a big boost with a scientific paper arguing that Oumuamua's unusual shape and its surprising acceleration suggest that it could be a light sail, a spacecraft driven by sunshine made by aliens. Loeb doesn't claim that it's an alien craft, only that scientists should consider the possibility. The paper was dismissed by many astronomers, but it inspired some researchers to listen futilely for radio transmissions from Oumuamua. That suggests that the only way to know what it is for sure would be to study it up close. Still, the asteroid's mere existence is intriguing because it's far from interstellar. It has probably been in the solar system for billions of years. Oumuamua, on the other hand, is more likely young, less than 100 million years old based on its incoming trajectory. Reflected sunlight from Oumuamua continually dimmed and brightened, telling astronomers that the object was tumbling end over end every few hours. Based on that variation in the light, astronomers determined that Oumuamua is much longer than it is wide, by a factor of 5 to 10, meaning it's shaped like either a cigar or a pancake. Scientists are strenuously looking for more planets that could potentially hold extraterrestrial life and have recently come across Alpha Centauri, a gravitationally bound system of stars that is 4 light-years away and resembles our solar system. The project is aiming to build a small space telescope named Ptolemy that will be launched into Earth's orbit in 2 years and will be able to detect other planets by 2025. No planets have yet been detected around Alpha Centauri, though scientists can now use technology to scan the atmospheres for biosignatures created by extraterrestrial life. Basically, scientists use epsilon machines to analyze complexity, and as you might imagine, life itself is complex, especially as we might encounter it on some distant planet. The search for life elsewhere derives, understandably, from what we know about life on Earth, so the search for an alien life lends itself to preconceived ideas. Not only that, it will have to be different enough from terrestrial organisms to allay any doubt that it could be contamination from Earth, but not so different that we cannot recognize it as life. By analyzing the shifting cosmic lines of sight for more than 300,000 stars within about 300 light-years of our Sun, Kaltenegger and her co-author identified more than 2,000 stars with the right vantage to have detected Earth sometime in the last 5,000 years or in the next 5,000 years to come. Among these 2,000 stars, 7 harbor known exoplanets, with 3 stars exoplanets circling in this temperate, habitable zone. However, the small region around the plane of the Earth's orbit, where all these stars lie, is crowded. Astronomers usually don't look for planets there. Generally, it's easier to find exoplanets around stars in non-crowded fields. But now we have a reason to discover the planets that could also discover us. Among the 75 closest stars that researchers identified, which may have received Earthlings' radio waves, they estimated that these stars may play host to 29 potentially habitable worlds. This estimate is based on the pessimistic assumption that only 25% of the stars have rocky Earth-like exoplanets orbiting them, although the exact occurrence rate of rocky planets in the galaxy is unclear, the team noted. If they have the same technique as we do, and if there is a they, then they wouldn't know yet that we exist. Kaltenegger tells NPR in 29 years they would be able to see us. The findings come as the US government prepares to release a highly anticipated Unidentified Flying Object (UFO) report. The report by the Pentagon's Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, which was set up to better understand the nature and origins of unknown planets and planes, should not reveal or rule out evidence of alien antics. Instead of icy and comet-like, Oumuamua was rocky and dry, more like an asteroid. It was too tiny and dim to observe the surface directly, so astronomers inferred its shape based on how it reflected light as it tumbled. Its strange, elongated form immediately provoked speculation about its origins, and as astronomers continued to observe Oumuamua's passage, they noticed curious accelerations that were ascribed to water vapor erupting from beneath its surface. It's possible this object used to belong to the main belt before a gravitational encounter redirected it, and that nudge might even have precipitated its reshaping. More and better observations will help us understand its past. While 2029 may seem a long time to wait for a follow-up, it's better than what we'll get from Oumuamua. It's already well on its way out of the solar system, and it'll pass Neptune's orbit next year. Other researchers have suggested that perhaps Oumuamua is a block of solid hydrogen formed in the outskirts of a giant molecular cloud as a byproduct of solar system creation. One thing that an alien astronomer would likely see is our atmosphere. If they had been watching us for a while, they would have seen that we destroyed our ozone layer, but we also managed to fix it. So maybe we would have scored a point on their intelligence scale. Now, of course, they see our atmosphere is becoming concentrated with carbon dioxide and shows no signs of abating yet. But maybe every civilization goes through this. Every civilization nearly destroys its habitat before figuring out a way to save itself. Large amounts of fuel are needed in order to drive a spaceship, but this problem goes away if the spaceship's power source is left at home. This was the proposal of Robert Forward of Hughes Research Laboratories in Malibu, California. In 1984, he described a laser-pushed light sail. The payload would be attached to a large ultra-thin sail of reflective material, and this would be pushed by a solar-powered laser based on the solar system. Forward calculated that a 1-ton probe attached to a 3.6-kilometer wide light sail could be accelerated by a 65-gigawatt laser to 11% of the speed of light and fly by the nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, in just 40 years. Everything moves in the universe, said Lisa Kaltenegger, an associate professor of astronomy and director of the Carl Sagan Institute at Cornell University, who co-authored the new study in a call. The cosmos is dynamic. We're moving around the sun moves around the center of the galaxy, so this vantage point, or this cosmic front seat, so to say, to see the Earth backlit, or as a transiting planet, has to be at a point that is both gained and also lost. It's a little bit like ships in the night passing each other, and some see each other and some don't, she added. To simulate an alien point of view, the researchers reduced the images into a single brightness reading for each wavelength, 10 dots that, when plotted over time, produce 10 light curves that represent what a distant observer might see if they steadily watched exoplanet Earth over 2 years. When researchers analyzed the curves and compared them with the original images, they figured out which parameters of the curves correspond to land and cloud cover in the images. Let us know your opinion in the comment section down below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video just for you guys. Until then, take care, stay safe, and be happy, guys.